Welcome to Magic Tarot. Today we are asking a question. When are you finally going to have that one true connection? We have four piles today: one, two, three, and four. Whichever pile that you're attracted to, you can choose that particular pile. The time stamps will be down below. Okay, so let's begin the reading. Okay, the ones who have chosen pile one, you have the Knight of Pentacles, the Devil, the Hierophant, the Magician, and the Sun card. Okay, so what has happened is you've been in a relationship for quite some time. Okay, so with this particular person, it's been a steady going relationship, probably for 2 to 3 years or more than that, also because you have the Knight of Pentacles, which is a earth energy. So it's gone steady for quite some time, and you possibly thought this is the one for you, and your future seemed quite bright. But what really happened is with the devil card here, with the devil card, I feel like after a point of time, this relationship started to take its toll on you, okay, on the other person, probably, or you just because you felt too much, there was passion involved, and you felt so connected to this particular person. What happened is when things started to go wrong, moving away from this energy, moving away from this particular person became a lot more difficult for you because it actually, if you see here, the woman here, okay, the chain is a little loose, so she can take it out of her head and then she can walk away. The same goes for the other person as well, but then they seem to be coming back to each other again and again, or basically the walking away is a lot more difficult here. And the situation is not serving you anymore. It's just dragging and it's pulling you down. It's not as bright as what it was previously. If you see the background here, you have a yellow here, and then here, if you see the background is dark. So, this is also bringing in dark times for you, or this whole relationship is now seeming a lot more darker. Okay, you do not have anything to look forward to, but then it's just a cycle that keeps on repeating itself. And with the Hierophant, what I feel is you've learned so many lessons with this particular person, and it has made you a lot more wiser. You have figured out what you truly want, but then these have been hard lessons that have not come your way very easily. With the devil card, it is a sort of you want to walk away, but then you're finding it very difficult, and it's been quite a turbulent time for you with the Hierophant, because learning lessons are not quite easier, because I think learning lessons always come, the situations kind of seem very hard, and then eventually you figure out what they're trying to teach you. And what I would want to say to you here is, I'm like, if you're not able to walk away from this particular person, try to dig in a little deeper. What is the situation asking you to learn from it? Because once you've learned that particular situation, what is going to happen is, because you've finally learned the lessons, you are going to have a new beginning. So with the magician card, which is the first card here, what is going to happen is you are going to actually attract someone who is like a magician, or probably you are going to have that ideal condition where you are going to manifest the kind of person that you truly want. So with the Hierophant, you finally figured out that the kind of person that you want, what kind of person that you want. So the best thing what you can do is, in a sheet of paper, write down the qualities that you require in your partner, and you need to embody those qualities in you as well, because your relationships are a mirror to you. So if you want to attract a certain kind of person, like you require honesty from someone else, you need to be honest yourself as well. So with the magician card, what is happening is you are going to have that ideal condition in your life, that perfect opportunity. This is going to be a perfect timing for you when you're going to manifest someone, and it's going to be a brand new start. Okay, nothing compared to this energy of the devil. Okay, it's going to be something really bright future. I mean, like, you're going to have a very what you can say is a very strong foundation, because you've already learned the lessons here, so you know what you want and what you don't want. So you have idle conditions coming your way after you finally learn the lessons. So when are you going to finally attract, or when are you going to have that one true connection, is when you finally learn the lessons that this whole relationship, the previous relationship, had to teach you. And then you're going to finally manifest the kind of person that you truly want. And with that, and with the sun card, it's going to be, all is going to be blissful, in the sense, like, you're going to be a lot more happier with this person than you have ever been. So if you really think that, see, this is something which makes you unhappy, but still you're not able to walk away. But then if you want to walk away from this particular person, you can always tell yourself that your future is a lot more brighter and a lot more happier once you walk away from this particular person. So what I would want to say is, whatever lessons that life is trying to teach you, go try to dig in a little deeper and figure out what has to be learned from this whole situation by you. So that's it for pile number one. Thank you. Next we have pile number two. We have the seven of swords, the eight of swords, then you have the king of swords, knight of swords, and then king of pentacles, and six of wands. Okay, in this particular situation, you have probably have dealt with or are dealing with someone who is of the energy of seven of wands. So this is a person who is sneaky. You cannot really trust this person. Okay, your future at that, when you have probably when you were with this particular person, it seemed like, yeah, definitely there is, things really bright, or you were quite happy with this particular person. But what really happened is, there this is the nature of them. Okay, the nature is they are someone who cannot be trusted, who are sneaky, who are not going to be quite truthful to you about the whole situation, or about things, about their life in general, for that matter. So this is so you've dealt with someone like that, and because you've dealt with someone like this, what has happened is, this whole relationship has imprisoned you. See, it has bound you. You see, this lady, she's bound. So this is basically, this relationship has somewhere, you feel like, has bound you. And lies right in front of you, that is, if you can, she's blindfolded, this lady. So what I would want to say is, there are certain truths that you know intuitively, but then you do not want to see them. Okay, you know that they are sneaky like this, they are not all that good, but then you try to justify, or try to find a way to justify their actions, probably. So because of which, what is happening, you are refusing, it is your refusal to not see the truth. And because it is that, and because they have this kind of energy, what is happening is, you are building these thought processes in your head, which has kind of imprisoned you, and you feel like you cannot come out of this situation. But then if you see in this particular mm, card, the lady is, I mean, like, the cloth that has bound her is something which is not really that tight, or it is bound loosely, and she can really come out of it if she decides to, and she can move forward. Just because you're not seeing the truth, okay, of this particular situation, you are feeling stuck. But once you take that blindfold off, or you finally see the truth, what is going to happen is, you're going to realize that there is an opening here, and you can easily walk away from this particular situation. And this whole situation has brought a lot of haziness into your life. A lot of clarity is missing in this particular situation. But then what is happening is, with the king of swords, you're finally realizing that, you're finally gaining clarity over this particular situation. And you're becoming, once you're like, finally, I think you are going to come out of this energy, and you are going to see the truth. Okay, it's going to be hard to admit, but then that truth is going to bring you a lot of peace. because you see the King of Swords is the person is clad in a blue robe. Okay, basically he's wearing something of a blue color. So this is some like, once you finally realize the truth, or once you see the truth, what is going to happen is it's going to bring a lot of peace within you. You're like finally like admitting to yourself and making peace with this particular knowledge that has come your way, and you are not going to handle this situation with emotions. Rather, you're going to be very logical about this particular situations, and you have come about these facts or things that you do not know about this particular person, or those hidden facts about this particular person, or something that you didn't want to acknowledge, is finally going you're going to be about them all. And once that is done, what is going to happen is you're going to move forward in your life. Okay, you're going to walk away from this, basically not just walk away, but then this is a very swift energy, very enthusiastic energy to just move forward in life. And what you're going to do is, with the Knight of Swords, you are just going to rush forth out of this particular person's life, even in spite of the situation still being a little hazy and unclear, and certain things are out in the open. You're still going to move forward and away from this particular person. And once that happens, what is happening is, once you finally move away from this energy, basically this person that you're leaving behind who's quite sneaky, what is going to happen is you're going to attract a King of Pentacles sort of energy. Okay, a person who is someone who's very stable. Okay, who has almost everything. His he is of a he has health, he has wealth, okay, he's financially stable, someone who steadily grows and will also give you stability in your life, okay, will give you that stable relationship that you're craving. And with this, you will definitely have something to celebrate for. So this is something of a celebration in itself, that you finally walked away from this particular person and are with someone who is a King of Pentacles sort of energy. But then you also need to realize that this will also require work. There's going to be a lot of passion, definite passion involved, but then you cannot be, I mean, like, for every relationship to work, you both need to put in work. And trust me, this person is willing to put in the work to make it work. Okay, same way, even you have to do the same. So that's it for pile number 2. Thank you. So we have the pile number 3. You have the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Tower, Wheel of Fortune, King of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. Okay, with the Page of Wands, you have been in a relationship with a particular person who is of basically, this person is young in spirit. Okay, someone who's quite naive, or just someone who does not want to settle down in life. Okay, with the Page of Wands, is like quite this situation, or with this particular person, there was a lot of passion involved. You felt passionate, and even he came towards you with quite passionately. Okay, so this was a very what I can say is someone with a lot of passion, but then this is a very forward moving energy. So they are, I mean, like, if they get, he was quite fascinated by you. Okay, he was quite fascinated by you, and because of which he took immediate action. Okay, he moved towards you and he let you know that this is what he felt towards you. Okay, and he was they were quite clear about the situation, clear about what they truly wanted from you. I think they were very physically attracted to you as well. I think that was one of the main energy that I'm getting from here, is that um, they found you physically very attractive. But I think you wanted commitment from this particular person, and I think that's what brought about the Tower movement. When you finally realized that something definitely happened with this particular person, and which brought about a Tower movement, and there was some truths that came out in the open, or you finally realized that this is not the kind of person that you want. Because a Tower movement is something like where you felt at one point of time you felt very safe with this particular person, but now all of a sudden you are thrown away from each other. Okay, because of certain truths that were quite hard to handle. So this was quite devastating for you. You could, I think, you did not see this coming your way because it just seems very sudden. What really happened was quite sudden. I mean, like from something which was quite passionate, you suddenly had a tower moment in the relationship. So this was quite sudden in the relationship, and I think it is taking quite some time for you to, I mean, like with the tower moments, definitely you would. It is quite a long phase of just going through something bad. And with the Wheel of Fortune, what I feel is that there are definitely endings happening and a new beginnings coming. So the cycle that you had with this particular person, okay, that I think that a tower moment went on for quite some time, because of which I think you refused to see certain things about this particular situation, and because of which it was like external forces kind of external forces or external factor became a determinant of bringing in that element of truth into this particular situation. So with the Wheel of Fortune, there are things, the cycle has ended, the cycle has to end, okay? So even if you are still going through the tower moment, what I would tell you is you would have definitely endings coming your way. Okay, you're going to end things with them, and then eventually there is new beginnings happening. So with the Wheel of Fortune, it also brings luck, so you don't have to worry about that. You'll have luck on your side, and then you are going to attract someone who's a King of Cups energy. That is someone who's quite mature, basically emotionally mature, okay, who knows how to handle a particular situation. Just, I mean, like, I think you would want that, because I mean, like, because you have dealt with someone who is quite immature. You finally are looking for someone who's quite mature and who can handle things or handle relationships more properly. And a King of Cups is someone who is going to adore you, okay, who's going to basically spoil you, okay. And he's someone, what I can say is he understands relationship more than any other sun sign or any other cardboard, okay. So he's that kind of energy, and with that I think you're going to be quite satisfied in life, because you would finally realize that okay, the things that went wrong and the things that have actually worked out have eventually made you quite satisfied, okay. So the receiving and the giving is like something like, you just you finally would realize that how happy this man would make you actually. With the Nine of Cups, I think that realization would come about, that this uh, Nine of Cups is also a wish fulfillment card. So your wish fulfillment is probably a King of Cups, a King of Cups, um, who is everything, who knows almost, who is very good with relationships. Okay, so that's it for pile number three. Thank you. Let's move on to the last pile, pile four. You have the Five of Swords, the Moon card, the Judgment, the High Priestess, the Fool, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. Okay, with the Five of Swords and the Moon card, what I feel is that okay, so the relationship with this, either it is an air sign that you've been dealing with, or someone of earth sign. What I would want to say here is this person that you're dealing with, okay, you had a lot of clashes, you had fights with this particular person, because there were certain truths hidden. There are certain, I mean, like, about this relationship there were some facts which were hidden, okay. And there was clarity. Now with the Moon card, if you see when the moon is out, you can see certain things, but then certain things are not really visible. So that is what happened in your relationship with the Moon card and the Five of Pentacles, sorry, Five of Swords. What really happened is there were certain things quite out in the open, and there were certain things which were hidden, because of which you had a lot of clashes with this particular person. And does not necessarily have to be just one person being involved. There are three there was someone else as a there was someone else as well involved, which kind of made the fight even more, I think, it just instigated the fight a lot more than you would want it to go. So because this thing happened in your life, okay, this was that is, these clashes and these fights, and there were certain things, not everything was out in the open. Because you had something like that with the judgment card, what the judgment card talks about is that you're feeling like you have to leave the past behind. Okay, you have to leave this particular person behind, and you want to walk away from this situation. And judgment card also talks about the fact that you've become a lot more wiser than what you were previously. You were quite naive, I guess. And because of this whole situation, it has made you a lot more stronger, and you're no fool right now. Okay, you have learned, like you finally realized your worth. I feel I feel, and you feel like this, it's best to walk away from this. Okay, just leave your past behind, and then you want to rise above this. You want to rise above this, and you're finally like deciding that, okay, this is what I want. Like, I want to leave the past behind and just move ahead. Just move ahead. So that is your judgment card. And what because of the judgment card, or during this point of time, what has happened is, with the high priestess, your intuition has become a lot more stronger. I think it had tried to guide you through this entire situation, like, telling you that, okay, this is not serving you, or probably this is not going where you want it to go. But then I think you did not kind of rely on your intuition that strongly. But now you finally realize that your intuition was right about this whole situation. You have come to know your worth. You want to rise above this entire situation. And after you finally decide on that, what is going to happen is you're going to take a leap of faith. That is, with the Fool card, he's someone, all of a sudden you're going to be of this energy where you're enthusiastic, okay, and you just want to take that leap and start afresh, leave this entire past behind you, and then start afresh and move forward. And with there's a dog in the Fool card. Okay, according to me, what I feel is your friends are going to be by your side. Okay, they are going to encourage you to go ahead with this. And what is going to happen is you're going to be full of this energy where, you're going to be not just, I mean, like, with a pure heart, you're just going to believe that things are going to turn out right for you. Okay, because you see, there is the white sun, there is this white dog, and what I feel is, at the end, with the person wearing a little white, okay, inside, what I feel is his heart is going to be really he's going to purely believe that things are going to turn out right for him, with this leap of faith that he's going to take. Okay, and when he finally decides, when he finally has done that, what is going to happen is you will sow the seeds. Okay, you will sow the seeds of, or you probably will find someone who is an earth energy. Okay, so this person might also be struggling in their life. Okay, they might be struggling in their life, and where they feel quite disappointed, with where they are. If you see in the Seven of Pentacles, he's achieved. Actually, seven is a number which itself talks about victory. But then this person is a little disappointed over the fact that, he's not attained whatever he's truly wanting to accomplish. So he is definitely someone who is quite ambitious. And what is going to happen is, when he's going to meet you, okay, when he's going to meet you, he's going to be fascinated by you. Okay, he's going to be fascinated by you, and he's going to treat you like something so special. Like, okay, I would never want to lose a person like this. Okay. um and it is quite a young energy, but then he is going to mimic you, because I think you're also going to come in this energy of the fool, where you, it is a young energy, and then you're going to attract someone who is a young energy, but then he's going to take care of you. So that's it for pile number 7. Thank you. Sorry, pile number 4. Thank you.